What's up, everybody? Haterade Cowboy back at the Grid Hi-Fi in Houston, Texas. We got some new gear to show you. We got a new tube amplifier, the Audio Research 750 SEL, and it's got 21 tubes on it. It's crazy. Chris, that home theater dude, is going to give you the rundown. We also got some name streamer, and a name preamp. But before we get into it, if you like anything here, if you want to buy anything, let them know that Haterade Cowboy sent you, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
All right, guys, welcome to the Grid. My name is Chris. This right down here is the claim to fame, right? This is an ultra rare. This is one of 20 made. There are only 10 pairs of this specific unit in existence. This thing is this thing is audio excellence, to be honest. 21 tubes total. You will see 19 visible right up here. You have to pop off this panel. There's actually 2 in there. So there's 2 extra tubes in there, and these kind of like fall in line with, these are the regulators. We also have, these are the biasing tubes here. These basically keep this row all in line. This keeps this row all in line. And then you have a triode tube right there in the back. So the unit is only a mother could love the looks of this thing. I think it's cool. It looks industrial. That means it doesn't play around. It really means business. So whenever you have something that has handles on it, that means that you guys got to pay attention to its authority. So we have handles on the front and back. This is roughly 170 pounds, I believe. This is actually a sold unit, so I don't want to, I don't want to take off the front-facing part of this. But let's go ahead and turn this thing on real quick. What you guys notice, this is Audio Research. This is the 750 SEL. This is their all-tube amplifier. They're an all-tube company. They don't do anything else. They don't have any home theater stuff. They don't sell any speakers. They don't do anything else. All they do is tubes. These guys know what they're doing, right? They were once owned by Macintosh. They have since had a complete offshoot of them. So they really, really know tubes. They know them well, and the audio that comes out of these things is incredible. I thought I was in for a treat whenever I heard these bad boys right here. These are the 160M Mark IIs. I thought that these were the bee's knees whenever I heard them, but I didn't know anything until I heard these right here. This is the 750 SEL like I was talking about. There's so much more grip on the bottom end, the clarity, the detail, and it's effortless. Whenever you're pairing an amplifier of this power, right? This is 750 watts. You can actually go up to 850 watts before it gets into clipping. So a lot of power, a lot of horsepower coming from these tubes. But the overall experience that you have with them, you don't need these massive speakers to be playing to really enjoy them, but it doesn't hurt, right? So the overall low end is incredible. The high end on these is just so pleasing. And then the mids, that part that everyone loves with tubes, right? It is just so like it's like syrupy. It's like honey. It's like so lush that you guys will just get lost in it. So right up here, you guys will see in the front is the overall meter itself. You have, most of the time whenever you're listening to this thing, it's probably not going past 7.5 watts. But, once you start cranking up the volume, this thing will really get going. You have a readout all the way up to 750. You also have a little area for your bias. And then now that this unit's on and you see the tubes glowing right up top, you can actually do a couple different things. There is a button for a fan, right? So this unit, as an option, you can get an acrylic. You can actually get a topper for this that has fans in it, so the heat will get passively moved through this. Will actively move through this area, so that's going to be good for you. And it also has, if you guys have cats or kids, you don't want them touching the stuff. You guys are good to go. So I definitely recommend that one. Down here, you will see that you have different readouts for the tubes themselves. So let's go ahead and just run through this. You have the light option right here, good, better, best. Then you have your biasing right here. So now, like I was talking about, V1, that little guy is telling all the rest of these guys what to do. So we have V1, that's where you're going to set your entire bias for the unit. I actually need to do well, this one's still warming up, so it's not 100% ready to go, and it's very, very sensitive too. But once it warms up, it'll be right in the middle of that biased. So you can just check your work, right? Whenever you're doing that, you just cycle through all of them, make sure that they're all within a close tolerance. That way you're good to go. Obviously, I don't want to show you guys this because it's still not fully warmed up yet, but you guys will need these things to warm up a decent amount before you set the bias. Don't do a rookie mistake. Obviously, we're going to come out there and make sure that these things are golden for you. But you also have the ability to check your other side. Once all those are done, obviously this one is really well biased because everything is a really close, tight tolerance. But that's it. So then you have your meter. You could turn your meter on and off if you'd like. If you don't necessarily like them moving around, you could turn them on and off. And then you have a power readout down here. It tells you that you're within safe voltage for this actual unit itself. This uses standard out-of-the-wall power, so you don't have to worry about anything in that regard. No special modifications need to be had to your house. This is a 20 amp break, or this is a 20 amp circuit, so it will use a standard 120 plug. So just be very careful with that whenever you guys are using these. They recommend using 20 amp circuits. So we have ours in this entire system. If you guys will pay attention in the back, we have the Synergistic Research Power Cell SX. That one is, I'm pretty sure, with the Galileo plug. We have our name frame stand, and then we have a name ND555 streamer with its power supply down below, and then we also have over here the entire system's getting completed with the Audio Research 6SE. That is their reference, 6SE. And then we have that fed into this one right now, which is the 750 SEL. So I've talked too much about these things. If you guys want to read more about this stuff, definitely recommend going onto the website, checking that stuff out. But this one is actually sold. We've actually sent these out, or they're about to be sent out to a customer. I got to box them up and go do a white glove delivery for this specific unit. He also bought the Ref 10, if you guys don't know what that is. That is that one's big brother, and that thing is massive. So I'm really excited to let you guys know about that. Stay tuned on the channel. We will show you guys the full-on unboxing, overview, demo. We will do that at the customer's house. Super excited about that, but he is gonna love this system, and I know that you guys will too. So I'm gonna be quiet. We're gonna do some demos and let you guys know what we think about them.
Talk to me softly, there's something in your like a waterfall, it's slow, come out with nothing. And please don't cry, I know how you feel inside out, I've been there before.
All right, guys, the Grid Hi-Fi Audio Research name. We're going to show you the name here in a minute, but come check this stuff out, man. This got some really cool stuff. First time I've ever seen 21 tubes on a tube amp. This thing is absolutely incredible. It sounds amazing paired with these focals. You got to come check it out. If you're in the Houston area, come check out Grid Hi-Fi or gridhifi.com. Let them know that Hater Rate Cowboy sent you. I'll put you in touch with Chris, that home theater dude. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.